Have you ever wondered what made the USS Arizona such a formidable ship? Picture this, a behemoth of steel and iron stretching over 600 feet in length. This was the USS Arizona, one of the most heavily armed ships in the United States Navy at the time. With its 22 5-inch guns and 12 14-inch guns, it boasted firepower that was second to none. It was a marvel of naval engineering, a testament to the might and power of the United States. But it wasn't just the armament that made the USS Arizona impressive. Its sheer size was awe-inspiring. As the largest ship in the world during its time, it was a sight to behold. It was more than a ship. It was a floating fortress, a symbol of strength and resilience. The USS Arizona was not just a ship, but a floating fortress ready to defend the United States. December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. But what exactly happened on that fateful day? In the early dawn, the Pacific waters around the Hawaiian island of Oahu were calm and serene. It was a typical Sunday morning with sailors aboard the USS Arizona and other ships at Pearl Harbor, enjoying a brief respite from their duties. But that tranquility was about to be shattered. Without warning, the skies filled with the ominous drone of aircraft engines. Japanese planes, in a surprise attack, descended upon the unsuspecting American fleet. The USS Arizona, the pride of the Pacific Fleet, found itself in the crosshairs. The ship was hit by 4 bombs, one of which made a direct hit into the forward ammunition magazine. The resulting explosion was cataclysmic. In an instant, the mighty battleship was ripped apart. Fire and smoke billowed into the sky, a grim testament to the destructive power unleashed. The Arizona sank in less than 9 minutes, trapping hundreds of sailors inside. Reports from survivors speak of the horror they experienced, the frantic efforts to save comrades, and the heart-rending sounds of trapped men tapping from within the sunken ship. In that single day, 1,177 crewmen perished on the USS Arizona, almost half of the total casualties at Pearl Harbor. The ship, once a symbol of American naval might, was reduced to a smoldering, sunken ruin. The aftermath was equally devastating. The surprise attack had left the Pacific Fleet in disarray, with 8 battleships, including the Arizona, damaged or sunk. But from this tragedy emerged a resolute determination. The sinking of the Arizona and the attack on Pearl Harbor as a whole galvanized the American public, transforming isolationist sentiment into a unified resolve to fight. The attack on Pearl Harbor, and particularly the sinking of the USS Arizona, marked a significant turning point in World War II. The USS Arizona remains a poignant reminder of that fateful day, a tangible link to our past that continues to inspire and educate future generations. While the USS Arizona may have sunk, its legacy continues to live on. But how, you may wonder? The ship's remnants tell a tale of resilience and courage, as they continue to serve as a poignant reminder of the devastating impact of war. The USS Arizona, even 70 years after its demise, is still leaking oil from its wreckage. This is not just any oil spill. The day before the attack, the ship received a full load of fuel, nearly 1.5 million gallons. Some of it fueled the explosion and fire that destroyed the ship, while some of it continues to seep out of the ship's submerged hull. This oil spill is often referred to as the tears of the Arizona, or the Black Tears, a somber reminder of the lives lost. In the years following the attack, the USS Arizona was declared a National Historic Landmark and a war grave. A memorial was established over the ship's remains in 1962 to honor the 1,177 men who died on the ship, as well as all the other servicemen and civilians who died during the attack on Pearl Harbor. This white concrete and steel structure, designed by architect Alfred Price, stands as a symbol of peace and reconciliation, its names of the dead engraved on a marble wall inside the memorial. Perhaps the most touching aspect of the Arizona's legacy is the special honor given to survivors to be interred with their shipmates. This unique privilege granted by the U.S. Navy allows the ashes of the deceased to be placed in an urn and deposited into the ship's hull by divers. As of 2020, there were only 2 living survivors of the USS Arizona, their final resting place chosen to be with their shipmates. The USS Arizona, a symbol of resilience and courage, continues to remind us of the devastating impact of war and the brave souls who fought for their country. The ship may have sunk, but its legacy continues to sail on in our hearts and minds.